Dear Patriots, before the news starts, please subscribe to our patriotic channel by clicking the subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up to this video. Don't forget to leave your opinion below in the comments section. Share the news on Facebook and Twitter so your friends see it. Thank you.
Trump just gave this little boy the surprise of a lifetime, and the media is blacking it out. The little boy who offered to mow the White House is finally getting a chance to because of Donald Trump. According to Sarah Huckabee Sanders, Frank from Falls Church, Virginia, is set to mow the White House lawn this Friday. Here's the video below. Frank is 10 years old and he'll be working with groundskeeping crew to mow the Rose Garden lawn. He'll work with the groundskeeping crew here at the White House and will help cut the grass at the Rose Garden, she said. The president is committing to keeping the American dream alive for kids, like Frank, and we're all looking forward to having him here. Sanders read Frank's letter at the press briefing last month. He offered his services and even offered to bring his own fuel and batteries for the equipment. Even though I'm only 10, I would like to show the nation what young people like me are ready for, the letter read. God bless this young man. It is great to see that our president is going to help him out and make his dream of mowing the White House lawn possible. The media is intentionally not showing this story. Please help get this out with the following 2 steps. Comment "God bless our president" below this post on social media. Share this with 3 Trump voting friends that you know. We have to keep fighting the media. We cannot let them black this out. Hail Mary. Trump and the GOP just teamed up to do something totally insane today. It has been a rough road full of disappointment for the Obamacare repeal effort. 3 senators opposed the scanny repeal in August, tanking bill and frustrating President Trump and his supporters. It looks like hope could be on the horizon, however, as 2 Republican senators are crafting a new Obamacare replacement. Lindsey Graham, SC, and Bill Cassidy, LA, introduced a bill on Wednesday that would repeal Obamacare and give block grants to individual states, which would then decide how to pay for health care. President Trump did not address the specifics of the plan, but was happy the repeal effort was moving forward, saying, "I applaud the Senate for continuing to work toward a solution to relieve the disastrous Obamacare burden on the American people. As I have continued to say, inaction is not an option, and I sincerely hope that Senators Graham and Cassidy have found a way to address the Obamacare crisis. The bill must be introduced in 17 days to be passed with a simple majority. Later plans would have to be passed with 60 votes, which would be extremely difficult given the resistance in the Democratic Party. 4 Republicans are co-sponsoring the bill and Dean Heller, NV, and Ron Johnson, Y, have also signed onto it. John McCain, US, who cast the deciding vote against the scanny repeal, has also signaled his approval of the new bill. This is great news. President Trump is on board, and it sounds like we may be rid of Obamacare by the end of the month." H.T. Bloomberg. Susan Rice just admitted the sick thing she did to Trump's campaign during the election. So it turns out that Susan Rice is exactly the liar we all knew she was. It turns out she lied when she told CNN earlier this year that she did not unmask Donald Trump campaign staff during the election. Well, forget that because she just gave a private testimony to the House Intelligence Committee, and guess what? She admitted that she did unmask Trump campaign members during the election. But wait, why all? There's more. Rice claimed her reason for unmasking Trump officials was not because of Russia. Instead, it was because she was investigating why a Prince of the United Arab Emirates was visiting with Kushner, Bannon, and Flynn without telling Obama first. So apparently their whole investigation started with a search into a Prince of the UAE and then jumped to Trump and Russia. The UAE said that the meeting was simply an attempt to build a relationship between the future president of the United States and their country. If Rice and Obama were hiding something like this, though, it makes you wonder what else they could be hiding. Hell, Here is the actual interview where Rice claims she didn't do the unmasking that she admitted to today. The media is trying to spin this story and make it against Trump. It is not against Trump. This is either her caught in a lie or the predecessor to something bigger than Watergate for the entire Obama admin. Reporter asked Sarah Huckabee what Trump has done for bipartisanship. Her answer made him gasp. Pretty much everyone in America saw Trump's deal with the Democrats last week to get hurricane funding as a smart deal from a president who wants to work with Congress for America. Everyone except the media, apparently. During Sarah Huckabee Sanders' press briefing today, one of the reporters decided to go after Trump for working with the Democrats. He was trying to spin it like Trump was failing the Republicans by working across the aisle. Then Sarah struck back. Sarah Sanders said that President Trump has done more for bipartisanship in America in the last 8 days than President Obama did in all 8 years. She told the bloodthirsty reporters in the WH briefing room. This president is negotiating on behalf of the American people, exactly what he was elected to do. The idea that you keep trying to distort this into a bad thing is exactly why this president was elected. They were sick and tired of business as usual. They wanted somebody who would break up the status quo, that would bring people from both sides of the table together to have a conversation. This president has done more for bipartisanship in the last 8 days than Obama did in 8 years. But, knowing those reporters, they were not gonna let that go. They can let someone smear the name of their Supreme Chancellor Obama like that. Instead, one of them asked in what ways Trump was more bipartisan than Obama. Sarah was ready for them, too. I'm basing that on the fact he's actually willing to sit down with members of the opposite party, something that President Obama rarely did and certainly didn't listen to members of the opposite party. I can't think of a single time where he made a deal with anyone from the opposite side, from beyond the Democrat Party. This president is committed to do that. He hasn't just done it once, he's continuing to do that. And President Trump really is keeping his bipartisan outreach going. Tonight he has a private dinner with Pelosi and Schumer to get the ball rolling on tax reform. Thank God we finally have a president who works for and with all Americans, not just his party. Share this if you are proud of what Trump's doing. Sarah Sanders asked if Trump is racist. What she said next made the whole room shiver. White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders puts up with some much crap from the liberal press. She was recently asked if Jim Hill's comment that President Trump was a white supremacist was a fireable offense. I think that is one of the more outrageous comments that anyone could make, Sanders said. It is certainly something that I think would be a fireable offense by ESPN. ESPN hasn't fired her. They just reprimanded Hill and put out the following statement. The comments on Twitter from Jim Hill regarding the president do not represent the position of ESPN, the network said in a statement. We have addressed this with Jim and she recognizes her actions were inappropriate. Curt Schilling was fired for making transphobic comments on Facebook, but Jim has been given the go-ahead to say racist things about our sitting president. Share this if you think young Jim should be fired. This is why nobody wants to watch ESPN anymore. They have gone fully idiotic and spit more political opinions than they do sport facts. Spread this everywhere and let's show ESPN that we the people of the United States are tired of this racism. Terrifying Clinton's analysis of 1984 will make you thank God she isn't president. Hillary Clinton's new book, What Happened, came out this week. For some reason, people are actually reading it. But those who are reading are bound to find something absolutely insane. In her book, Clinton references 1984, a story about an oppressive government controlling the thoughts of its citizens, and Clinton sides with the government. So let's get this straight. When Clinton read 1984, she thought, uh-oh. This is going to make people distrust government? That's the point. Clinton is so obsessed with big government, she automatically assumes they are people we need to rely on. She doesn't realize that policing thoughts makes a government evil. Maybe that's why her party wants to mandate PC culture. They don't realize how destructive thought police would be to a free society. Thankfully, this woman never made it to the Oval Office. If she did, 2016 might have become 1984. Share so the world sees what the liberal establishment stands for. Clinton may never become president, but there are more like her.